What's up, guys? Jay Mars here, and today I'm going to bring you the first episode of my sports betting bankroll challenge, where I try to turn $100 into $1,000. So, in these episodes, I'm going to take you through my picks I make and my thought process behind them because I'm not grinding hard like some of these bets I'm going to be making. I don't watch the games or I don't know about the teams, but I'm going to show you the data-driven approach and to use as much information as you can find on the internet to make the optimal play and take you through my strategy behind the whole process of turning a small bankroll into a 10x profit here. So to get started, you see I'm going to be using DraftKings Sportsbook right now. I got $100 and 81 cents actually loaded into my account right now, and I'm going to try to run this up to 1K. So I'm going to jump right into my strategy. So first of all, if you do this yourself, the optimal strategy would actually be to use multiple books because different books have different promotions and different odds. So you can search for the best lines and the best odds for the picks that you want. So that would be the first optimal strategy. But for now, I'm just going to use DraftKings only because this is a sports book I like and use the most. And that will be easier, also easier to track my progress in this challenge. So the second advice for people with low bankrolls like me, doing a $100 challenge only as my starting bankroll. The second piece of advice is to always use the profit boosts. So sports betting is hard. A lot of times, you're losing to the rake. Everything is juiced minus 110. So in the long run, it's pretty hard to be profitable unless you grind hard. So using the profit boost, in my opinion, is going to make you a profitable play every time. If you use these profit boosts, like on any spread, it's basically a coin flip, and you have greater than 50% odds. So that's another piece of advice. Use as many profit boosts as you can and do the max bet on them. So for now, I'm starting off on March 27th right now. I got a 50% or 25% profit boost on every round 3 game of the NCAA tournament. So those are going to be my first bets today. I'm going to use all these profit boosts, and since we only have $100, the max bet on these is 50. So that's a little bit aggressive for our bankroll. So I'm going to show you my strategy, and I'm going to use one max bet today on the game I'm most confident on, and then I'm going to use two $50 bets today, which will be $100 total, which is a little bit of a risky strategy since we only have a $100 bankroll. If we run cold and go over 3, we're going to be at 0 right away. But I think this is the best strategy because we have to use the most of our profit boosts to get as much edge as we can. So now that I have that explained, next I'm going to take you through, for a college basketball game, what I look at and when I make my bets. So the first thing I look at is the percent of bets and the percent of money that are being bet on each of the games. So you can find this on the actionnetwork.com. It's a pretty nice site and reliable site. And the percent of money, you have to pay a premium. You have to pay a subscription fee if you want to get that for every game. But they tease you and they give you a couple free ones every day. So for college basketball, since this is the most popular sport right now, we get a free look at the percent of money, which is really helpful, and I'm going to explain why. So the percent of bets, you can always see this on the Action Network. So I always use this anyways. So when we see the percent of bets and the percent of money, what this can tell us is what the sharp bettors are doing, what the smart people with a lot of money, where is the big money going. So as you can see in the Baylor-Villanova game, the line started at Baylor minus 6.5, and now it's Baylor minus 7.5. And this might be confusing because the percent of bets, there's more bets on Villanova, but then you look at the money, percent of money, there's a ton more money on Baylor. So what this means is basically the smaller bettors, a lot of bets are coming in on Villanova, which is smaller money than the big money. The biggest bets out there are coming in on Baylor. So these people are the ones that obviously you would think did more research. These are sharp bettors, the pro bettors that bet a lot and study a lot and are confident in their picks. So a lot of times you want to be trailing the percent of money because these are the sharp bettors, especially in a situation like this where the public is on one side. I usually like to take the percent of money. So simply a quick analysis like this combined with the profit boost, I think can give us a good edge. And this is where I'm going to be starting on this bankroll challenges, tailing the big money in any chance it can. So this looks like a pretty favorable situation right now to take Baylor. So this is where I'm going to put the $50 max bet with a 50% profit boost on Baylor, which I think that's a pretty safe bet. This is like, based on all the information we have, this is going to be a good bet. So then the next game today is Syracuse and Houston. Luckily, we have the percent of money for this one too. And the same case is here, but just not as extreme case as the Baylor game. So the percent of bets are on Houston, the favorite, but the percent of money is on Syracuse. I like this right here. So I'm going to take Syracuse plus 6.5 for $25 then. I think that's a nice bet. Syracuse is pretty hot right now if you've been watching. So that's my pick there. And then the last game on Saturday today is the Oral Roberts and Arkansas game. So this game, we can't see the percent of money. So we're going to have to interpret and like take a good shot on this. But with the profit boost, you know, it's a weighted coin flip in our favor. So I think that's good. So the line started at -11 and it shifted to -11.5. So that can give us some information that some of the money that the big money is definitely not on Oral Roberts. It might be slightly on Oral Roberts, but it's pretty even. So I don't think the sharps are on another side hugely here. So, and then after this, I think I'm gonna need a little more information. So what I like to use then for college basketball specifically is the Ken Palm rankings. These are analytical rankings that rank the teams. So it's not like the AP poll. This is like all data based, and I think it's a pretty good estimate. And why I'm going to look at this for the Oral Roberts game is because Oral Roberts is a clear outlier right now in the NCAA tournament. They're the 128 rank in the Ken Palm rankings. They're by far the farthest down ranks. So you would think that they're a big underdog here. They've already made 2 upsets. And where's Arkansas? They're 15th. Arkansas is a solid team, and I think Oral Roberts might cool off today. I think they got like a one-man show going, so I think I'm just going to ride Arkansas here. I'm not as confident in this bet, but with the 50% profit boost, I'm going to put $25 on it, and hopefully we can get lucky on this one. So now I'm just going to put in these bets so you can see that I'm actually betting them, and then we'll check back later and see what the results are. So we're going to take Baylor 50%, and we're going to put it in the max of $50. So that's a plus 134. So that's some good odds right there. Then the Arkansas game, it actually went back down to Arkansas -11. So you got Arkansas -11 now. This is the coin flip. We're gonna put the 50% profit boost on, and hopefully get lucky on this one. So if you picture this as a coin flip, you got good odds because it's plus 134 now with the profit boost. So either way, this is a good play. And then lastly, we're going to take Syracuse here, $25. This one, based on the information we have, is also a good play since the money's on Syracuse, plus 6.5. So those are the bets today. I'm going to check back in later to go over the results, and then we'll put some more in on Sunday, hopefully when we win these. What's up, guys? It's Sunday the 28th now, and we're back to analyze some of our picks from this weekend. So I'm gonna go over the 3 picks I went over my process on, and that's Baylor -7.5. That one won for $116. Then Arkansas -11 lost, and Syracuse plus 6.5 lost. So luckily we won the biggest bet on that, and that profited us $16 overall on Saturday. And then moving into Sunday, I also made bets on that this day, but I did not record my process and me putting in these bets. So the first bet we did was a live bet on the Gonzaga game for the under 161, and that won with a 25% profit boost on it. So we got paid $20 there. Then the next bet we made was under 141.5 points in the Michigan game, and we had a 50% profit boost on this. So that won, and we paid $113 for a profit of $63. The next bet we made was USC -2, and that had a 50% profit boost too, and that won, and we profited $67, I believe here, paid $117 total. And then we lost a couple small ones. So we lost the Alabama -6.5 spread for $15, and then we lost a parlay. We usually don't do parlays in this kind of challenge, but we had a 20% profit boost, so we try to run up a parlay, but one leg of this parlay loss is the Alabama. So overall, we have a pretty aggressive strategy right now because if I was really doing a $100 bankroll challenge, I would not risk 50% of my bankroll in the first bet, which I did do for the Baylor game. But because we have a big boost, a 50% boost, we want to get the most out of that boost. So with our strategy right now, we're running a little bit hot on our $50 bets, which is good. But those are also our most confident bets. So that's good that we're winning those. So we have a really good start right now. Our bankroll is at 239. I did not deposit. We've run up our bankroll more than 2x since the beginning of a $100 balance. So the Elite 8 is coming up in the next few days. If we get any profit boost, we'll definitely put a bet in. But if not, we'll evaluate and see if there's any sharp picks there. And we'll get another video up going over our strategy on the next bets. So thanks and see you there. Let's go. Let's just say we ran really good the last 2 days, and I'm going to show you right now. We're above $500. Yes, in one weekend, our bankroll's already halfway to 1,000. We've run really hot and got really lucky, but we've also been aggressive and made smart plays. So this is some of the best I've ran anytime sports betting, but it's because I'm doing this challenge. This is a challenge for me, a challenge for the viewers to have entertainment on. So I'm ripping aggressive bets, but they're also smart bets. So this is really exciting, actually. I already got the bankroll to 500. I can't believe it, really. So let's go look at the bets. Obviously, I have all my bet history up. So I didn't just deposit 400. You can actually see the bets. So last time we left off in the Sweet 16, I bet Alabama. That was the last bet. So moving on, the Elite 8. We didn't know we had any boosts, so we bet Oregon State for 30 bucks. But then we realized we did have a boost. So we put the max 50 on with the boost, doubled up on that bet, and it hit a miracle cover if you saw the game. Oregon State barely covered with the 3 at the end. Next, we had Baylor -8 with the profit boost. We maxed it for 50. It hit. Next, Gonzaga -8.5. That was an easy play. They covered with these. Then UCLA, we were confident in them, so we doubled down. Money line and spread. So this is good to do if you think there's a chance for the money line to hit. You back it up, you bet more on the spread, and then a little bit on the money line to get you some upside. And that worked out. UCLA just won, and that put the bankroll to over 500. So this is really exciting, actually. So we're already halfway to 1,000. I do expect to get cold eventually. I don't think we're going to get to 1,000 by next week. It's going to take a few more weeks, probably, at least. We might even go down to back 300. Who knows? I expect a downswing after this hot start. But after this hot start, what are the takeaways? So if you're a low bankroll grinder like me, here are some takeaways that I took from this first part of the challenge so far, from this first episode. Use the boosts. I should say max them out. Even if you're betting a spread randomly and you have a boost, I think it's a plus EV play, because if you don't have a boost, a spread is -110. It's basically a losing coin flip. If you do have a boost, a spread could be plus 120. If it's a 50%, if it's 25% boost, it could be like plus 110. So then it's a weighted coin flip in your favor. So use the boosts, max them out, and that's a good play. Second point, usually good to do is to follow the sharps. I showed in the first episode how to find the public betting sides by using the bet percentage and the handle percentage, the money percentage. So if you don't know what to pick, that's a good way to choose a side. And last, use any free resources. I showed you guys the Action Network in the first part of the video. There's some free things you can find on Twitter, on the internet. Give you a quick betting breakdown on which side to take. Obviously do your own research to find a good source, but if you have 10 minutes to study, do that if you can. And lastly, I don't usually advise of this, but if you've watched the games, if you know the teams, use a personal analysis if possible. So let me know in the comments any more bets I should take for the rest of the week. I plan to put a video out on this challenge maybe once a week. We'll see. It depends on how many bets I put in. Since now the NCAA tourney is cooling down, I might not have a lot of boosts, but if I do have a boost on DraftKings, I'll use it. And then also, I might start grinding some NBA props. I have a cool way to look at and bet NBA props, so I'll probably show that in the next video. So drop a comment below on which bets I should take next if you're watching, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.